Good morning and welcome to your morning yoga practice to start your day. My name is Jillian and I'm honored that you chose to practice with me this morning. We're going to get started in a comfortable seat with the eyes closed down, placing your right hand to your belly and your left hand to your heart. Noticing the flow of your breath underneath your palms, your chest and belly expanding and gently falling underneath your hands. Now isolating your breath into just your upper chest, take a deep breath in. And then a breath out, force that air out from your chest. And we'll do that again. Inhale into just the chest. And exhale, let it go. Inhale into the chest and now into the lungs a little bit deeper. And exhale from the lungs and the chest. Once more, breathing into the chest and the lungs. And exhaling lungs and chest. Now all the way into the belly. Inhale chest, lungs, belly. Exhale belly, lungs, and chest. Once more here, inhale. And exhale. You can let your breath return to a natural pace. You can keep the eyes closed, but relax your hands into your lap and drop your right ear down to your right shoulder. If you'd like, walking your left fingertips out by your sides to deepen the stretch. And bring your hand back into your lap, lift your head, and drop your ear to the other side, maybe walking your right fingertips out. Lift your head back up through center and extend your legs out in front of you. At the edges of your mat, knees are bent. Lean back on your hands and move as slowly as you need to. Start windshield wiping your knees from side to side. Gradually finding more movement, you can get your knees all the way down. Noticing how your hips feel here. Now the next time that your knees come over to the right, hold them there for a moment. And then we'll kick and extend your left leg long, pressing the heel over the right thigh. Step the foot down, bring your knees to the left, and kick your right foot. We'll do this a couple of times, trying to find length in the hamstring and just activating some of the supportive muscles in the legs. And taking one more on each side. And step the feet down to the mat. Press down through the heels, come up into a reverse tabletop, pressing your hips up, finding a nice opening across your chest. You can shift forward and back on the ankles. Lower the hips and find butterfly. Soles of the feet touch. Inhale, opening the heart and keeping a nice flat back as you hinge forward. You can hold on to the ankles or the shins. A little sway from side to side may also help to release any tension from your hips, especially in the morning. We'll come into a tabletop pose from here. So lift yourself up. You can cross over your ankles or send them off to the side. Bringing knees under hips and hands under the shoulders. Find a really neutral spine here. Feeling your breath move in all 4 directions in your torso. Spreading your fingers out wide. Inhale, look forward. Lift the tailbone and the chin. Exhale, round the spine, bringing your chin to your chest. Press your hips forward. Inhale, looking back up for cow pose. Press into the hands to lift out of shoulders. Press into the hands as you round to breathe in between shoulder blades. You can take this at your own pace. As your spine starts to warm up, you can pick up the pace a little bit more to invite more energy, creating space for positivity. Coming back to a neutral spine, find your strong foundation, drawing the belly button in. Lift off of the knees, tucking the toes. Take an inhale. Exhale, send the hips up to the sky, downward facing dog. Pedal through the legs a couple of times to find length. Send the tailbone up a little higher. Inhale up onto the toes. Exhale, lower your knees back to that hovering tabletop. Inhale, press the hips back up. Settle the heels down. Inhale onto the toes. Exhale, hover the knees. Breathe in. Breathe out, send the hips to the sky, downward facing dog. Good. Inhale up to the toes. Exhale, hover the knees. Breathe in and out, hips to the sky, downward dog. And drop the knees, come back into a child's pose, opening your knees as wide as you'd like. Maybe just settling onto your forearms or melting your heart all the way down. Reach your fingers in front of you now, coming off of the palms. Maybe look forward. Finding length in the shoulders, then round forward, press back up to downward facing dog. Come up to the toes, look forward, and step up to the hands. Inhale into a halfway lift, flat back, and forward fold, let it go. Take a couple sways from side to side or hold on to opposite elbows. Let the head be heavy, not keeping it lifted. Find stillness and vertebrae by vertebrae. Start to roll yourself up to stand. Head will be the last to rise. Inhale, reach your arms up to the sky, growing tall. And exhale, bring your hands down to your heart. Take a breath, letting any head rush or dizziness pass. Maybe roll the shoulders a few times. And we're going to move through standing cat and cows, so you can take a wider stance and place your hands onto your thighs. Inhale, look forward, lift the tailbone, bending into the knees. Exhale, round the spine, kind of press your hips forward. Inhale, looking forward, pull the shoulders back, and exhale, round. Beautiful job. Press all the way up to stand, reach your arms up high. Inhale, forward fold down to the mat. Inhale, flat back, halfway lift. Plant your hands and step your left toes to the bottom of your mat into a lunge. Now you're welcome to reach for your blocks here if you have them, but they're just to help you make your arms feel a little longer, so they're not necessary. Begin shifting forward and back on the hands and knees, eventually finding enough space that you can bring your knee beyond the ankle and then start to straighten your right leg, lengthening the hamstring, finding movement and fluidity into the hip joints. Bring your hands inside of the right knee, spin on the back heel and bring your hips towards your right heel, Skandasana. If this is becoming too much, you can keep the hips lifted a little bit here, even resting your forearm on your thigh. If you're all the way down, maybe you find your balance and lift off of the hands, bringing them to heart center. Carefully return to your low lunge, dropping your back knee down. Again, blocks are welcome. Sink into the hips. Engage the legs, root down through the right heel. Inhale, reach your arms up to the sky. Maybe sinking a little deeper into the hips. Fold over the leg. Find half splits. Again, blocks are welcome. Tuck the left toes, send the hips back to the heel, straightening through the right leg. Hinge forward with a flat back. And finding your breath. With an inhale, walk back into your low lunge. Lift off of the back knee and come up to high lunge. Squeezing the glutes, the legs, the core. Rise up, arms to the sky. Lunge into the right knee and guide your left hip forward. Inhale, reaching high with the fingers. Exhale, bring your hands into a fist behind the back. Open the heart, breathe in. Lunge a little deeper, breathe out. You can stay where you are or try to straighten your right leg, challenging your balance. Engage the belly. Shift forward and hop off of the left toes for a warrior 3 stance. So bring your weight into your right leg, maybe lift the toes. Even if it's just an inch or 2 off the mat, you can find a little bit of a dance, lifting and lowering the back toes. Keep sending the fist back behind you to open the chest. Lunge into the right knee, step the left heel down to the bottom of your mat, and we'll open into warrior 2, taking any adjustments you need to. Reverse your warrior. Inhale, your right arm reaches up and lean back. Exhale, lunge into the knee even more. Keep the back leg straight. Side angle, front forearm to the thigh. Reach your left arm up to the sky. Reverse triangle, straighten through the front leg, lean back with the right arm to the sky. Good. Windmill your hands down, frame the right foot, spin up onto the back toes, and then walk your right foot out to the right edge of your mat for a lizard. You can use your blocks, keep the back knee lifted for as long as you'd like, taking a couple stretches here, opening and closing the right knee. Whenever you need to, drop the left knee down and take any variation you may like, lowering onto forearms, opening the knee. Take one more breath. And come out of whichever form of lizard you are in. Set your blocks up to the side and heel toe your right foot to the left edge of your mat. Pigeon pose, dropping your right knee by your right wrist. You're welcome to tuck a block underneath your right hip if it's struggling to reach. Stay lifted, inhaling high with the chest. You can surrender into your sleeping pigeon whenever you're ready, lowering onto your forearms or blocks. And carefully lifting yourself back up. Swing the left foot all the way around to the top of your mat. We're now going to stand on this left leg. So to transition, start reaching forward with your hands. Ground your hands and float your right toes back. Opening into half moon, bring your left hand to a block if you need, and then open your chest to the side, reaching your right arm to the sky. This is a really challenging posture, so notice where the mind goes. Explore, see what you can do. Maybe float the left hand off of the block. Or you can find a bind in sugar cane, bending your right leg, reaching back with your hand for the top of the foot. Beautiful job. It's okay to fall out, but move slowly. Release both hands to the mat. Tap the right toes to the bottom of your mat and step your left foot beside them into a plank. Inhale, shift forward and bend the elbows lower down to the mat. Inhale into baby cobra, lifting your chest a little bit, or into cobra, straightening the arms. Lower back down to the mat or press straight up to downward facing dog. Inhale up onto the tiptoes, look forward, step or hop up to the hands. Inhale, half lift. And exhale, fold. Inhale, rising up, reach your arms up to the sky. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Inhale, sweep your arms up to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Plant the hand, step your right foot back, find your lunge. Blocks are welcome. The back knee stays lifted, and you can find those shifts forward and back. Waking up this hip. Maybe you start to shift the knee beyond the ankle or start to straighten through the left leg. Come into your lunge and find Skandasana. Hands come inside of the foot. Drop onto the right heel, bring the hips down towards the left heel. And again, you can stay grounded, getting this deep stretch into the right leg, pulling the toes to your face. Maybe adding the balance with your hands, lifting them off the mat. Try to lift up through the spine. And find your low lunge. Spin onto the right toes, left toes point forward. Blocks are welcome. Finding engagement in the legs, the belly, the glutes, even the chest. As you inhale, reach your arms up to the sky. And exhale, lunge into the knee. Half splits, return your hands to the mat or to the block. Pull the left toes to your face, straightening the left leg. Inhale, coming back into your lunge. Lift off of the right knee. Squeeze the belly and rise up to high lunge. Lunge the left knee even more. Inhale, reach up with the fingers and bring the hands into a fist behind the back. Opening the shoulders, the chest. Maybe you start to straighten through the left leg. Shifting forward, bring the weight into the left leg now. Coming off of the right toes for your warrior 3. Try to keep the hips level, opening the chest as much as you lift the toes. Good. Now we're going to drop into our warrior 2, so take your time, bending the left knee, drop the right foot down, turning the toes to the side. Bend the left knee, looking forward. Reverse your warrior, flip the left hand up, breathe in. Side angle left forearm to the thigh, reach your right arm to the sky. Straighten the left leg, reverse triangle. And windmill your hands down. We'll find our lizard lunge. Heel toeing your left foot to the edge of your mat, spin onto the right toes. Blocks are welcome. Shift forward and back here as much as you'd like, finding whatever motion. In your time, you can lower the right knee down. Explore how this hip feels, how it feels in the rest of your body. We'll find our pigeon pose from here. Walk the left foot over to the right edge of your mat so you can drop the left knee down. Try to stay lifted. You can use props underneath the left hip. You want them to be kind of level, not the right hip a lot higher than the left. Whenever you're ready to, you can lower onto your forearms. You can even stay lifted the whole time. If you have any props, set them off to the side. Now, rolling onto the left hip, we'll take the back leg up and around, step it at the top of your mat. Shifting the weight forward, stand on the right foot, the right leg, as you extend and float your left toes back behind you. Open the chest to the side, reaching your left arm up. Explore. Let yourself play around, let yourself fall. See if you can reach for the left toes, maybe coming off of the right hand. Coming right back into it if you fall out. Move with control, remembering to engage the muscles. That's what's really helping you with your balance here. Beautiful job. As slowly as you can, tap your left toes to the bottom of your mat, step back to your plank. Take a breath in and shift forward. Breath out, lower to the mat, chaturanga. Inhale, baby cobra or your cobra pose. And we'll meet in a downward dog when you're ready. Take one more deep breath in. Breath out, lower the knees to the edges of your mat, take a child's pose. Maybe crossing your forearms for a pillow underneath the forehead. Notice your heart beating, the power and depth in your breath. In your very own time, you can lift yourself up and make your way onto your back body, hugging your knees into your chest. And gentle rock from side to side. If you'd like to take happy baby, you can reach your arms inside the knees for the shins or the outsides of the feet. Pressing your heels to the sky, guiding your knees to earth. Now finding a sort of lifted butterfly, keep your hips and knees lifted. Bring the soles of the feet to touch, opening the knees like a book. You can rock from side to side. And then keeping the legs in this shape, drop the feet down to the mat. You're welcome to stay here for your Shavasana. Or if you'd like to find a shoulder stand, lift your hips and tuck your hands underneath your glutes, finding a little bit of a shelf for them, and then send your toes to the sky. This is a great posture to stay in for waterfall, or squeeze your belly, point your toes higher, lift your hips all the way off the mat, bringing your hands to the low back. Squeeze the belly so strong. Try to get your toes right on top of your hips. And keep pressing your hips to be on top of your shoulders. Maybe you drop one hand down to the mat very carefully, or two. If you'd like to come into plow pose, carefully bend your knees, bringing them towards your ears. Then extend your legs long, tucking the toes over top of your head. Not moving your head in any direction. To come out of this, bring your hands to the low back. Lift off of your toes, bringing your knees one at a time back to your ears. And then rolling yourself down vertebrae by vertebrae, keeping your knees bent. Step your feet down to the mat and just sit with sensation. A twist to neutralize the spine. Slide the hips to the right edge of your mat and drop your knees to the left. You can open your right arm, turning your gaze over. Bring the knees back up. Slide your hips to the left and then drop them to the right. Carefully engaging the belly, lift the legs back. You're welcome to rest here, taking a couple breaths to really prepare for your day. This is where I will close off the practice. You're welcome to lift yourself up into a seat. Sitting up nice and tall, soften the shoulders down. Filling up with gratitude for yourself, for this day. Maybe setting an intention for how you'd like to show up. If the eyes are closed, you can blink them open. Take a deep breath in and reach your arms up to the sky. And exhale, bring your hands down to your heart. The light in me sees, acknowledges, and honors the light in you and knows that they are the same. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me for your morning practice. I hope that you have a beautiful day. If you don't mind, please give this video a like and subscribe to my channel as it helps me so much. And I will see you in the next class.